Okay. You are the first one to comment, but I can't Imperium, but I don't know what you said. So New World Order is always one of the first ones in. Thanks for joining today. DMC, Bruce Lee. Day 1-1428. Thanks for joining. Doing another daytime stream today on the weekend just to see how it does. Kind of playing around with the times. Almighty Trey, thanks for joining. Always good to have you on. John Nicole Noda. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for coming in. Is there any only good games? Is there any proof of Dre actually being, or is that Shugs just saying that because he's mad at him? We'd have to ask Reggie if there's any actual proof of that, but I don't know. Another live show. Yep. Scott, thanks for tuning in from Vancouver. Easy, thanks for joining. Danny Sandoval. Yeah, so what did you guys think of the Shug podcast? This one seems to be doing a little better, a little more controversial. Going to Dre the entire episode, but I at least tuned into when it started. I finished it. I didn't turn it off like the last ones. Funk Machine, thanks for joining. Let's see, we got about 95, 98 people in here. We'll wait till a few more come on, and then we'll ping Reggie. But we have a good little YouTube docu-series thing on Snoop Dogg that I want to watch with Reggie and get his commentary on. So it should be interesting today. Hey John, is there a lot of unreleased Tupac music still out there? And of the unreleased stuff you heard, is there anything you can talk about? Most of the stuff is pre-Death Row stuff. Most of it is as far as stuff that you hadn't heard, because I can tell that you know what is and isn't online. But most of it's that. What's up, all? First respect to you and Reggie. Damien, appreciate that. Thank you. Almighty Trey, yes. So Suge's basically doing roll calls, but only on people he doesn't like. Only on his enemy list. Did y'all hear Suge's? But yes, we were just talking about Suge's podcast about Dre and how angry he is at Dre. But I talked to Reggie earlier about it, and I kind of understand. When Reggie breaks it down, it kind of makes sense. But it's just been so long. I feel like it hurt Suge more to be that angry. Way definitely more than it hurts Dre. Because Dre probably didn't care. Wack loves Pac. He just knows speaking negative about him gets attention. Okay. Raphael, thanks for joining from New York. Let's see. But Suge did bring up some valid things when he talked about the D Barnes stuff and all that. That is, it's not like that didn't happen. I just don't know if it happened the way he said it happened. But, that's kind of what I've learned with Suge is in this podcast series is you get some truth, but you just don't know how much exaggeration is added onto that. I can see him being upset maybe the first 5 years after Dre left, but 30 years, let it go. Almighty Dre, I agree. At that point, when it's 30 years, you're waking up telling yourself to be mad. You're bringing on the burden. Are you on, Reggie?
I'm here.
Welcome back.
Yes, sir. How y'all doing today? Well, first, happy Saturday to y'all. I know without any NBA or any football, y'all bored like me. I guess I got to get into something. I don't know what to watch. I'm up here watching reruns of Love Island. Watching people, young white kids fall in love.
There's no baseball or anything today?
Oh, sure, baseball. You can't. People that watch baseball, that's not real everyday baseball. Every day. If you're not everyday baseball, you only watch at the beginning of the season and at the end of the season.
Oh, okay. because there's
Yeah.
so many games, huh? And they're so long.
Yeah, just because they're so long. It's just too many of us. 162 games, spring training, then the playoffs. There's a
Yeah,
lot of baseball.
that's true.
And the game is so slow.
Yeah,
You just got to be a person that likes technical or methodical because it's all really playing with pitch counts and
yeah.
pitching the ball, and it's an angle thing. It's really for people that's really in the math.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. It is a good UFC fight tonight. Somebody supposed to be fighting good. Forget who. Well, tonight was supposed to be the night of our Tyson fight. No, no, that's next weekend. That Tyson fight or something. But Tyson got hurt.
Mm.
What up, SMS? He watched tennis. I watched tennis. I only watched the females though.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know what
now
you're
you're
saying.
right. You're right about that, El Rayo. The soccer tournament with the USA team is doing pretty good. What they 2-1? I mean 2-0-1 right now. So they might do something. Yeah. Reggie and John, is there any unreleased? You done asked that a couple of times. I never heard of it, Brownsville, Brooklyn. I don't know of one. I heard she'll put that out there. But you got to remember, Tupac and Snoop didn't get mad at each other until that Monday, which would have been like September the 3rd. Whatever that Monday of 1996 was, is when Tupac was mad. We flew home that Monday or Tuesday. So that means he would have had to go in the studio and do that particular song Wednesday or Thursday, because we know all day Friday he was on a video shoot, and then Saturday they finished up the video shoot and traveled to Vegas. And I know, and we know John even could know. He could tell y'all. I think that Thursday or that Friday they were in the studio with Damon Thomas working on All Out,
Hmm.
the All Out song for
Yeah.
for Mike Tyson fight. And so I don't think there was time, but I hate to keep. Well, and John would know. John had
Yeah,
access. I don't.
yeah.
Go
There is.
ahead.
There's line. That's all.
Yeah, John would have. He had access to the music when he was working for Wide Awake, and if he would have heard that, and I would have put it out. I would have put it out on Dead Man Walking or something. So
Hmm.
when I was running stuff, and when I had access to all of that stuff. So no, I don't believe that there's any diss song from Snoop. I mean, from Pac regarding Snoop, or or Snoop as well towards Top Pac.
Hmm.
Reggie, what you think about the song All Out? It's hard to shit on anything that Tupac ever. Let's do that. Let's do that, y'all. What was Tupac's worst song ever created? What was his worst song?
Hmm.
What song did you really, really not like?
Just the death through the death row
Through
time,
Death
or
Row times. I don't know about the other times.
okay.
And so let's just talk about Death Row.
Let me look.
Uh, yeah, I probably have to go on the Eminem album to find some. I'm sure you can find something on that. The one that M had control over.
Yeah, but that was
Uh,
all non-death row stuff.
oh, that's right. That's Interscope stuff. So,
Exactly. Okay,
yes.
let me look.
Did y'all like Who Do You Believe In? That didn't do much. Who Do You Believe In?
It was okay.
Yeah. Life Goes On. Okay. I heard somebody say Life Goes On. Uh,
I remember
might have been some. Let's look on Still I Rise. You might find something on Still I Rise you didn't like.
I mean, there's songs
Uh,
on Snow Rise I don't like, but it's just because I don't like the remix of it. Like I
the
like the
version, yeah.
lyrics of the original, but I didn't like that they remixed it. You know?
Yeah. See, so my point to that is he didn't have that many songs that we didn't like.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I'm bringing that up was to say it wasn't that many that he didn't do. I even like the Scarface one.
Yeah.
I like that one. Smile, I like Smile. Um, I don't know. So no, I guess All Out. I liked All Out for what it was for. Yeah. Rearview Mirror. Did y'all like Rearview Mirror one?
Oh yeah, that one's classic.
You like that one? Okay. Friends is the worst. I think Friends. Y'all didn't like that.
We
That's an
liked it. We
anthem.
didn't like the Hutch remixed it down.
Oh, okay.
The only thing, because it was
Yeah,
on the bootlegs and everything. That was like I don't want to say most, but that was one out of the bootleg songs. That was one of the most popular ones. And so when it came on the retail one, and Hutch used all the same elements. It's not like he remixed it. He just mixed it down different, and it
yeah,
wasn't what people were used to hearing on the bootleg. So they got mad about that. But
yeah. Radio. Yes, they did have an alliance. It was called NSA or something. Nutty South Atlantic. NSA is what they call it. They didn't call it what you said. But Nutty South Atlantic was called the NSAs, and that's why you had Orlando at that party in Nutty Block where they shot that guy from Palmer Block. If you're a researcher on stuff like that, one of the Webbs, I think his name was Eric Webb, something Webb. That happened at the Nutty Block, and that's why Southside was there. Uh, and so yeah, they had it was called NSA,
mm,
Nutty South Atlantic. Yeah, QD3 gave him some bangers. Yeah, Live and Die LA was good. What up? Respect Ivan Fernandez. So for those of y'all here, then before y'all check out, we're gonna break down a video that John found online today, and just react to it. We're trying something where we're gonna do things that's about 30 minutes to an hour long, where we can watch and just break out positives or negatives on the video, or if it's true or not, or
mm,
something that we think is interesting, something that we may have talked about before and got verified. Um, we're gonna do stuff like that on the live streams, just to try to add something new, try to stay with the times, and just to try to keep our channel going. Um, and to try to get some super chats from people that want to ask questions. so, so if you got a good question you want to ask Red and John, make sure you send me a super chat. I'll make sure I see it. Cause I go back and look at the lives, and I'll
uh,
be like, damn, I wish I would have saw that question when we was on the line. That would have been a great question to respond or talk about. And so I know now if people ask a great question, they give me 99 cents, a dollar, 4.99 or whatever, we can get a response.
gotcha.
Uh, let me try to see what else. So we're gonna try to wait till we get up to about 200 people, and then we'll start it.
Okay.
We 15 minutes in it. Uh, let's see what else can we talk about. Oh, art the dialogue. Man, that female over there that's over there talking, that victim that got shot in the club with Puffy. Y'all know I'm one that believe, once you settle up a case and you deal with it, then okay, move on. But that young lady is very articulate, and I believe every word that she came out of her mouth. They did a great job. Art did a great job of finding her, getting her on, and putting her story out. So if y'all get a chance to go and check it out, y'all go check it out because y'all would be very impressed with a lady that don't appear to be college educated. That just was a hair beautician by her own statements, but a hustler. But she is very very well spoken, and I was very impressed to see a young chick speak. Well, she's not young; she's my age, if she was in the clubs back then.
Mm,
But she's at least 50, but she's very very well spoken young lady. So uh, yeah, if I get a chance to go and check that out, I appreciate it. I pay Poochie. That make you feel good. That make you feel good. Now what you want to hear me say? Okay. All right. Now you can stop answering that. All right. Be nice if Snoop had a song from the Murder Was the Case era that was missing from Between Dog. Well, I'm sure there was something over there that got on. I'm sure one of those songs got on Dead Man Walking. There wasn't nothing on Dead Man Walking that you didn't like. I'm sure it was something on Dead Man Walking that you might like. But uh, yeah. But you're gonna get next month. Next month they've been telling us since March or April that you're gonna get that you're gonna get
Their group album, huh? Or
yeah.
their
Hey, y'all give Mr. Happy Folger out here. He know he's not welcome over here.
okay.
This is a known homosexual free zone. When we know you're obviously homosexual, you can't be over here. You got to be in the closet to be over here. Yeah, can't stand that motherfucker. Suge was out. Could he make a new label? He was out for 5 years. How good of a job do y'all think he did?
He was out 5 years and had Death Row, right? Or do you
Yeah,
mean? Yeah,
yeah. I meant from 2002 to 2007.
yeah.
How good of a job did he do then? I don't think so.
No, there was promise. I mean, when he got corrupt and Left Eye and all that, there was promise there, but
Yeah,
never did anything.
even Petey Pablo was hot for a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't do
Yeah.
anything.
Did you ever run into the Stones from Pockhead? I knew the two brothers. I knew them, but I didn't have a deal. They were mainly in the county part of Los Angeles, in what we call District One of Compton. And I was mainly a District Two and District Four guy. I was mainly east side or in the middle of Compton, like near Willowbrook, near the tracks and stuff, is where I mainly did a lot of my police work. I didn't venture over into District Three, which is where Nutty Block and Lantana and all of them were, or District One, Front Hoods, Anzac Grape, West Side Power Rules, uh, Treetop, Cedar Block. Well, Cedar Block, they were in the middle, but I didn't go over to that side of Compton too much, unless just had to go back up somebody or something. Reggie, tell us a MC Hammer story. A MC Hammer story. MC Hammer was a cool dude. That is one dude that I can honestly say I never seen drink or smoke cigarettes or weed. Uh, he tried not to cuss a lot. Don't remember him cursing too much. And I always liked him for because of being around that element of people. He was married at the time, and I can honestly say he wasn't out there trying to pick up chicks. I can tell y'all stories about each one of those niggas and females. Can't tell y'all one story about Hammer and females. I'll tell y'all one thing about I always learned and liked about Snoop when he picked up chicks on the road. He very, 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 very rarely picked up black chicks. Snoop Dogg on the road, the type of chicks he went after were always white girls. Y'all say, well, yeah. Well, the reason why I say that's kind of respectful because he had a black chick at home, and so he wouldn't cheat on a black girl or his black girlfriend or fiance or baby mama. If so, he did it with white chicks. I, for some reason, I like that. Yeah, but that would be my story about them. They said he took care of a lot of people. He did. That was the downfall of him, of spending a lot of money and stuff like that. Yeah. Tell y'all a joke right quick, and then we'll go ahead and get started.
Okay.
I was at this event yesterday, right? And so I'm trying to figure out. It was at one of my neighbor's house. They had like a little pool party, so I was over there, and a comedian got up. This was a white folks. Y'all know I only live around white people. And so he said this joke at the party. Should I be offended? Should I get somebody to go over there and beat them up, y'all? Y'all tell me this. He said, the comedian said, he said, oh, he had this guy, this white guy, that was selling some human brains, right? And so he said, so the guy was gonna buy the human brains, and he said that so he had a white brain, right? Human brain. And so the guy said, how much for that white human brain? And he said $500. I mean $50. He said $50. He said, why is that brain so cheap? He said, $50. Okay. He said, but I got another one. And he said, it's a Mexican guy's human brain. And he said, $100. Why that brain? Why is that more? And so he said, $100. He said, okay. He said, but I got a better one for $500. And he said, it's a black brain. So he goes, well, why the black brain is higher than the white and the brown brain? He said, because it was barely used. Wasn't that fucked up? Shouldn't I be mad?
Yeah, that's my
All right. I just thought I'd tell y'all a joke.
all
I
right.
didn't like my joke. Okay. Did you see the podcast? Thanks, Kai, for that donation. Yeah. John talked about it a little bit. I heard him. I don't want to go into it too much because I'll do some segments on it when me and John tape tomorrow.
Yeah.
Uh, I saw it. I noticed y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. You know, the number's going to be up on this one a little bit. It's going to get to at least 70, 80,000. Y'all don't understand. People realize, and I've been telling you got to mix the bullshit in with it. And it's unfortunate. But y'all watch the numbers on this particular one. It was all bullshit and drama. Lies. Well, exaggeration, I'll say that. Watch the numbers. He was over there talking, saying good, boring shit, but good, educated 50, 60-year-old man conversations. Y'all barely watched it. So that's all I'm going to say. And then y'all hear more of my commentary later this week.
There,
But,
there was another super chat, Reggie, that asked,
okay.
who made G and Heron hug at the park? Were they cool
Cynthia
growing
Nunn.
up before Death Row?
It wasn't at the park. It was in the backyard at Cynthia Nunn house. Cynthia Nunn is a female that's very, 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 very respected and loved by Ludus Park guys mainly, but guys on the east side, west side, this Power Rules, Crips, even still to this day. Her brother is Marcus Nunn, China Doll, who has a lot of respect and a lot of people love Marcus and China Doll. And so she, George and them had a great relationship because George looked up to her brothers, had a lot of respect for her brothers, and so he was at the house, and only reason I can speak on this because Heron came and told me. Heron told me that because he came back up to the office like that was probably either on a Thursday or Friday. I forget which day it was. Because he told me, Reg, he was all excited about it. Yeah. Me and George hugged it out. Me and George hugged it out uh, at Cynthia Nunn's house in the backyard. She got us to talk and hugged it out. And I remember looking at Heron and told him, don't trust that. Don't trust that shit, though. And all I can say, he was dead the next day, that Saturday.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's what happened on that. He called Dre gay for the whole episode. Yeah. And Puffy. And now hitting Puffy and Dre, right? I swear that nigga. Oh, my nigga. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, man, be careful. Have a good time. You going to the beach in sweatpants? Wait, God. Oh, okay. You got something with you? Okay. All right. Be careful. Yeah. I tell you, I got a son. I didn't raise a white boy. I didn't raise a white kid. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm moving back to the ghetto real soon. Uh, yeah. Okay. All right. What's that paper? I see you put up a nice article.
It's the video whenever you want to start the Snoop
Oh,
video.
okay. Give me one more second. Let me
Yeah,
read. I got a
you
couple of
can keep
people
going if you
texting
want.
me.
It's just queued up for whenever, but you
Okay.
can keep talking, however you want to do it.
Yeah. Reggie, what y'all need to do? in interviews. Like,
Um, let's see. Suge said the episode was going to talk about all the Death Row artists, and then talked about Dre the whole time.
yeah, he could be leading into. Well, what he said was people in his family or people that's advising him told him that he needs to talk about this.
Mm. So he kind of,
Okay.
so
So
he kind of
somebody want to give me
maybe.
$2. Somebody want to say this, so I'll repeat it. Somebody want to steal Snoop's moniker, which Snoop would never talk to me like this. This is not Snoop personality at all. But you want to give me $2, so I'll read it. But I tell you, you give me a 99 cent, and I'll read it. Talk smack now, fool. All right, you got your $2 worth. Keep sending them, and I'll keep reading them. Respect, Miss M. Love from London. Glad. Oh man, I'm supposed to text my boy AirPods and them and let them know that we on. They told me, matter of fact, I got to go away before we start. They want me to let them know when we did the UK friendly interviews. So give me 1 second and then we can go into it, John.
Okay.
Uh, King Kong contest. Reggie, why you defended Eminem as the GOAT? I never said Eminem was a GOAT. I said he sold more records. I didn't. Did I recall Eminem the GOAT? I like his music. I just said he sold more records.
I think the only thing you said was like, I don't believe in the culture vulture stuff because,
Yeah.
people can't say that Eminem's not good because he's white. Just like your analogy would be towards basketball and stuff like that. So that may be where the confusion was. How you were
Oh,
saying,
okay.
if Michael
Yeah.
Jordan can't be the GOAT because he didn't invent
Oh,
basketball,
okay. Yeah.
you
So my point, yeah, would be that he cannot be left out of the GOAT just because he's white. That would be my only take. But Dr. Umar is a very smart. See, I love people that speaks well because y'all know I can't speak. I can't speak. I get tongue twisted and I'll mess your name. I mess up words daily, not often, daily.
yeah.
And so people that speaks well like Dr. Umar or whatever his name is, I do like hearing people talk. That's why if y'all listen to the beginning of this podcast, I started off by telling y'all a young lady that's over at Arts Channel that I love just the way she spoke. That I thought she was a very articulate young lady.
Mm.
So I love that about people. But I saw Dr. Omar talking about LeBron James and his son today. Man, we put it this way. Why are we mad? We mad because you work at FedEx and you can't get your son hired at FedEx. So now we all supposed to be mad at LeBron. I, I don't know. I don't get it.
I saw
Uh,
a clip from him today because I haven't seen a lot of his clips, but I saw one today, and he said a reason for every single celebrity that was dead. He said Bill Cosby was sent to jail because oil companies wanted to drill oil under his house and he wouldn't let them or something. And then Prince died because he tried to buy his masters, and Michael Jackson died because like he went through a list of
yeah. See.
people and just said the reason why they either with R. Kelly, it was something else too. Like it was a reason why it was all a conspiracy. Like there were like
Yeah.
10 people's deaths that were all conspiracy.
And unfortunately, that's what people like, John.
I
Why do
know.
you think Jaguar Wright
I
and
know.
Gene does well together,
Yeah.
or independently, but
Yeah.
together, those
And I
dudes are
get
those
it.
two are breaking numbers.
Yeah. And I get it. I just feel like it's gonna numb people to not believe anything at all. That everything is fixed, everything's a conspiracy, everything's out to get them, and then we have a society of people that live that don't trust anyone,
Yeah, correct.
and it's just
Yeah.
it's just sad. I feel like it's sad. But somebody did send a super chat, and he said, "Reggie, who do you think killed Poochie and why?" I don't know if you want to speak on that.
No, I don't mind saying that. I just said I believe the findings after listening to the investigation of Murder Route. I believe that to be accurate. That makes sense to me. That's my opinion. That makes sense to me. Probably anything I have heard. I have
Hmm.
no independent. I have no independent knowledge to make those accusations or those statements. Just from my experience as being in law enforcement, my common sense makes me believe that that findings was accurate. Matter of fact, while we're talking about it, man, I'm not telling y'all to go over there and agree with it, but if y'all got a time and y'all got time to invest maybe an hour a day into some segments on YouTube and start from the beginning or the end, Murder Rap is doing a hell of a job. Murder Rap YouTube channel, I think the name they calling themselves. I don't know,
Yeah,
but this
the
guy named
murder
Mike
rap.
Darcy.
But
Uh,
yeah, I think it's the murder rap or something like
okay,
that. Yeah.
that YouTube channel is breaking down interviews, statements, and everything from on YouTube. That's they did a great job on deep diving on the Biggie Smalls investigation. If y'all get a chance to go check it out and support them, uh, not saying you got to agree with it, but just hear them out. Go hear them out, and I think y'all be very, very I don't know, what's the word? Uh, impressed? Not impressed. That's a bad word. I think yeah, it'll raise your eyebrows on some things. He's done a great he's doing a great job over there. So I appreciate if y'all go over there and check it out. Those of y'all that really want to don't have your mind already set on things. If you already believe this person's a liar and this is what it is, and then you may not enjoy it. But if you just really dare to be an observer or investigator or a listener and want to know truths about stuff, not that was just spit out by I was tired of doing playing the race card, but so I'll just say by RJ and Michael that were just throwing out whatever. Then y'all need to go over there and check out the murder rap thing. I'm trying to be nicer to people. For some reason, God told me to try to be nicer.
Well, speaking
How
of
long
being
that
nicer,
gonna last? Go
yeah,
ahead.
speaking of being nicer, King Kong Consciousness says, "Why do you got a snow bunny as your co-host? Donate to FTMG. By the way, Africans invented basketball."
Um, I don't agree with you about uh the basketball thing. And John is what you have against John? I mean, John's a historian of Tupac music, and he's good with YouTube, and he's a friend of mine. So it's his channel. He's the creator of this channel. He brought this black guy in and let him be a part of his operation. That'd be my nice response to you. Normally I would have told you go suck a dick and go play with your mama and all of that, but I'm trying to be nicer. So I ain't gonna tell you all of those how your mama is a big old fat dyke and all of that, but I'll be nice. So I didn't say that to you. I didn't. I just said that's what I normally would have said.
Hmm.
All right. Okay. All right, John. Let's get started
You want
before we
to
lose off our people and do
Okay,
what
okay.
we
You
what,
tell me,
what we
you
here
tell
for.
me when to pause, when you want to add some commentary, and then I'll pause it.
Okay, buddy.
Okay.
While everyone wondered who killed Tupac, Snoop blamed the man that was driving the car he got shot in that night.
The most feared figure in all of hip hop.
You put all of our lives in jeopardy like that, you don't care about Pop.
And confronted him face to face.
Come up to my room, ain't gonna be nobody in there. Just me and you. This either the moment you gonna kill me, and we're gonna get some clarity in this air.
But did Snoop Dogg know something was going to happen that night?
The next day, when we turned on the news, all we seen was the yellow tape. It just was all bad.
Shakur was shot 4 times after leaving the Mike Tyson boxing match in Las Vegas in a car driven by Marion Suge Knight, head of his label Death Row Records.
So I jumped in my Hummer and we drove to Vegas. Suge was at home. He was standing up, but he had like a patch. His head was wrapped up. And he came and explained to us as far as what had happened. But he was explaining it to us like joyful. He was like, man, them start shooting at us. Tupac trying to jump in the backseat. I'm like, get down. I pull him down, and he was saying it like Pop was gonna live. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that must have been the spirit that Pop showed him. Like, even when he said he was driving to the hospital.
Okay, let's stop there right there, yeah. Well, the first inconsistent, but it's kind of what I may believe. I can't say. I know it's inconsistent. Don't y'all remember? Warren G said that they heard about it on the walkie-talkies, right? Snoop back then said they first heard about it. Saw the tapes and saw that on TV. I believe now. This is what I believe. I do believe Kenneth and Marcus, Snoop security, that worked for me somehow got word from probably some guys that worked for me that night, probably over the radio, not like play by play like y'all think, like Warren G or like Snoop or not Snoop, like Suge or the conspirators want to put it like they were listening to play by play and heard got 'em and all of that. But hey, this is what Snoop version was in about 2012. Warren G has a different version recently. I don't know. Y'all have to take what y'all believe on that. But did y'all hear that inconsistency right there? Okay. All right, but we'll keep going.
So I jumped right on the highway to see him.
Okay, period. Oh, stop. I should have did it. All right. Now he's lying. All right, so the way it sounded right there, right? You would think what? What would you think? So he heard, let's say if he heard the shots, like Warren G said, or like I'm saying, he might have heard about it that night, and or let's listen to how he said. He said he jumped right on the highway. So what would that make you think he did? What would that make you think he said? I want to hear y'all in the comments. What would that make you think he did? As soon as he heard this, he went straight to Vegas. Uh, I swear to y'all, Snoop didn't come to Vegas until Friday. Thursday in the middle. Well, it was Friday morning actually, like 2 or 3, 4 o'clock in the AM, Friday morning, on the day that Tupac passed away. But I heard what he just said. He jumped right on the highway. All right, go ahead, John.
I had a chance to sit there with him. At that time, me and him really wasn't eye to eye. It was all bad. It was all bad. He was my friend before Death Row. And I met him at the Poetic Justice rap party. So I get to the party, the DJ put something on. He like, yeah, I got my little cousin Snoop Dogg in the house. We'll come up here and rap. Before he could give me the mic, Tupac grabbed the mic. He'd say his little verse.
You got the mic.
He take it back. We like rapping at each other. Like sort of kind of aggressive. We do like 4 or 5 raps. Everybody in the party, like it just made a circle now. Finish rapping. We go outside. I'm like, let me get your number, cuz. I'm gonna holler at you. And fell in love with that. I was like, cuz, this hard.
So I suggested to Suge that, man, we need to put Cuz with us because he already get down like we get down. He needs a team, We're the best team out here, and we need him because he's going to make our team better. Like, we're great. But with him,
We can stop. We can start right there. Now, this is something that y'all need to make sure y'all put over there in the comments over there on Dave Mays or any type of board they have for sure to address that, to tell how the story really went down. He needs to clear that up. I have always heard that it was Keisha that reached out and Suge just went up there really to talk to him and to put some money on his books and stuff like that. Now, I kind of do believe Suge went to Dre and Snoop and like, hey, I'm about to go and get Pac. Or after meeting with Pac in the prison, he was like, man, it's a chance. I talked to Kenner, and there's a chance that we might can get him out on appeal bond. This is all we need to do. And I think I can make this happen. What y'all think? I can't say. That's a question that Suge Knight needs to answer. If anybody that has Suge ears listening right now, y'all copy that little part that's what Snoop just said. That'd be some good content for you guys. That'd be some good things for y'all to type and ask. I know there's people that hate Reggie and everything Reggie says that maybe can type it and that maybe have his ear that could answer a question. But isn't that a question y'all would like to hear? Or to be answered or cleared up?
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing.
Yeah. To MCK's point, though, he commented and said, but how are we supposed to decide when Suge is telling the truth or not? You know, from his episodes, he's gone so, you know, backwards and forwards that if he does speak on it, how will people even believe him at this point? You know, and I'm not shitting on him. I'm just saying, you know, it's a valid comment to make.
Yeah, that's a fair statement, but I think people can read through the truth and the bullshit.
Great.
Were you guys intimidated at all to work on the studio together?
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I didn't mind, accidentally.
Yeah, no problem.
Great. But with him, we'll be the greatest.
Were you guys intimidated at all to work on the studio together?
No, I mean, he bring the best out of me. You know
That's
what
how
I'm
it
saying?
is, yeah.
Snoop took the baton, he ran with it. When Tupac got the baton, he took Death Row to the next level.
Next year, Death Row gonna start printing out all.
I got a question real quick, Reggie.
Okay.
When Suge said that statement that Snoop took the baton and ran with it, but then Tupac took the baton and blew past everybody. Snoop was still on the label at that time. Would that have pissed him off or no?
I believe that. He said he took it to another level.
Yeah.
I believe 95 when you see what studio's in, maybe that's when they showed it. That was House of Blues. I have always said from the night of the House of Blues on, after All Eyes on Me was really doing what it was doing, Tupac was the star on Death Row.
Yeah. But did Snoop accept that, or do you feel that would have slighted Snoop?
It was a true statement, I think. They have always admitted to in interviews I heard that he showed them a different work ethic.
Yeah.
I've always got that he showed them how to be serious in the studio and take stuff serious and stuff like that. So I kind of believe that. I kind of believe that might be true.
Okay. I just didn't know if him saying that when Snoop was still on, if that would have.
Snoop was happy at that time.
Okay.
Snoop did not. Maybe some may say, well, maybe that's why he said that night at the MT. The night after the MTV Awards. I think Snoop makes statements like that the night at the MTV Awards, just because Snoop has always been a politician at heart, and was just playing both sides.
And by politician, you mean he just wanted to be cool with everybody?
Correct, meaning the East and the West.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Took Death Row to the next level.
Next year, Death Row gonna start printing out own money.
But Snoop Dogg started to notice Suge Knight's growing influence on Tupac.
I think Suge steered him where he wanted to be. Pac wanted that. He wanted the glamorous gangster mafia lifestyle. He wanted it. And Suge gave it to him. Suge was great at giving you what you wanted. If he loved you, boy, he loved you. Death Row was a Death Row family. But if he hated you, he hated you.
Controversial CEO of Death Row Records.
The most feared figure in all of hip-hop.
Vicious assaults, beatings, pistol whipping.
If it wasn't for him, I don't know what I would have did. This guy was going to go to jail for 25 years of life. I wasn't late to put up almost $5 million for attorney's fees. To have 50, 60 guys escort him in the court building before they want to get beat up. He was the fixer, the cleaner. Yeah. Something's wrong, he knows what to do. I look at it like if I'm with you, I'm with you. If we're on the same team, I'm going to do what I can do to always help you.
But Snoop Dogg was worried about the kind of help Tupac wanted from Suge.
Today we're going to be trying the Dave's Hot Chicken Bites. These are basically a tender, which is just sliced up into...
Pac had the spirit of animosity, revenge, retaliation.
Shakur has accused rappers Puff Daddy and Notorious B.I.G. of involvement in his New York shooting.
Pac was like, look, I go to New York,
go to the studio. These set me up and shot me. Period. I like, well, you with us. Say, your friends is my friends. Your enemies is my enemies.
And I never felt like they had something to do with it because it just didn't feel right. They was his friends at the time.
You shot me 5 times. I came out of jail and sold 5 million. The can't with us. That's how we do it. You know the players is on the west side. That piece.
Let's stop it there. Do he appears to be mad at Pac right now for saying that? He's not laughing like he did a little bit later at that particular scene. But y'all looked at that version. Did he, you know, is he shaking his head? No. Is he like, God damn, why you saying that? I don't know. Yeah, it's just something to point out. Y'all hear what he's saying, and Snoop standing right there. What y'all think? Well, I don't know. Snoop didn't like hit him up or all eyes on me. He became jealous. Bro, Snoop is a traitor. Talking about the field. He like, okay. All right, let's keep going on. I just wanted to point out his facial expression. His facial expression right there.
To do with it because it just didn't feel right. They was his friends at the time.
You shot me 5 times. I came out of jail and sold 5 million. The can't with us. That's how we do it. You know the players is on the west side. That piece. I ain't even trying to make peace. Come on.
If somebody was gonna mess with Pac, I'm gonna be right by his side. They created a war.
They were fueling each other's fire. Like they was tit for tat. Like nobody would put water.
And things escalated beyond just Tupac and Biggie.
When you see a Vibe magazine, when you see Puff and Biggie on the cover and see East vs. West, niggas in the hood don't read articles. They just see East vs. West. Oh, it's on. It's on. When I see them, it's on.
They were checking to see who could win in a physical confrontation, whose camps could win if the two met up with one another.
We got strength in numbers. We already run the streets out here. So all these suckers, they battling off of East and West like this is a game. This ain't no game. If this was chess, we'd be yelling checkmate 3 years ago because we've been beat these. It's not a game.
These days, it doesn't take much to start a gang war.
What started out
Let's
as
stop
music
it right there. So do y'all agree with Pac there? I don't agree with Pac on that statement about that the war had been going on for 3 years in 95. Let's see, that was 96. So he was saying that that we have been warring with the East Coast since 93. What's your opinion on that? That's one thing I would disagree with Pac on. What you think on that, John?
I thought he was referring to sales. That if this were chess, we'd be calling it 3 years ago, because I guess that's when Doggy Style came out, and that's when the West Coast.
Okay, that's a good point.
But that's just my interpretation. I could be off on that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the Fugees was kicking ass then too, though. But yeah, but I agree. Yeah.
LL Cool J, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, Cool J and Biggie didn't sell as many as people think.
Yeah, but wasn't Doggy Style like it had the biggest first week numbers or something for a rap?
Oh yeah.
album?
Oh no. Yeah.
Something crazy, right?
But you had, let's see who you had at the time from the East. L was doing things. Fugees was doing things.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Who?
Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, Wu-Tang was doing their thing. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We ain't gonna harp on that too much. I don't think the East Coast was 3 years old, but the war.
Yeah.
People were saying Biggie had nothing to do with it, and Pac didn't say Biggie's name when he was talking about things. He was definitely talking about Biggie on that, because that's why he even went into that's why I fucked your wife and all of that. So
yeah,
even my boy the Supervisor typed something like that, and I got a lot of respect for Supervisor. He always good with comments, but I don't agree with you, Supervisor, that he was talking. He wasn't talking about Biggie on the stage at the House of Blues, because that's when he goes into the whole spiel about faith and stuff. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah.
Has turned into music that incites
gang violence in Los Angeles, and 3 people are dead. The shootings were part of warfare.
The East-West thing is not a Snoop Dogg problem. If it's personal, it needs to stay personal, and y'all need to deal with it and handle it. If it's a problem, and handle it and keep it out of our faces. I've been dealing with this my whole life. They don't play with like this.
Rapper Tupac Shakur put out a diss track insinuating he slept with Biggie's wife. fanning more flames to the East versus West war.
When he played it for me, I was like, cuz I ain't really feeling that, cuz.
You thought he took it too far.
We want to make sure we mash their ass like we did Biggie. You see that nigga quiet as a church mouse?
You buying more problems, cuz.
There is no mercy in my heart. If you're gonna act like you a gangster or a G or the king of New York, I'm gonna expect that. And when you don't come through, then I'm gonna want to crush your empire. And that's what it's time for.
And just a few days later, what Snoop Dogg feared became a reality.
Tupac Shakur has been taken to a hospital where he remains in critical condition. He is being surrounded by friends and family, hoping for a recovery.
When I went to go see him, that ain't what I got. He wasn't moving, he wasn't talking, he wasn't breathing on his own. His mama, she pulled me to the side, and that's when I knew it was bad, because she telling me to be strong and all this shit. I'm like, he laid up. I just get right on the side of his head and just start talking to him in his ear. Just talking to him.
Okay, John, stop right there.
It was.
See, that goes to show y'all that it was late in his fight for his life that Snoop went and finally saw him. So that goes to show my statement about that Friday, and it wasn't like Sunday or Monday like he tried to make y'all seem on another interview when he was being the Rastafarian with the Snoop Lion stuff. But his mother, well, y'all gonna see why. He's telling it a little backwards, but his mother pulled him in the bathroom. I mean, pulled him to the side and told him it's gonna be okay, baby, and all that, because he started throwing up. Don't y'all remember me telling y'all that story a long time ago? That Snoop was throwing up in when he saw Pac. Yeah, but I think he great said it's the first time I ever heard him say that. But go ahead.
Just start talking to him in his ear. Just talking to him. It was some other shit, cuz. Then as soon as I walked out of there, I went in the bathroom and I threw up.
Did you know at that moment or early on that Pac wasn't gonna make it?
No. That's Superman, cuz. I thought he was coming out of that.
We seen it before.
I watched him do it before. So I was like, he'll be all right. He gonna come out of it. And that broke my heart. I mean, we all felt like that, because we were death row, and that's the life we was living. We felt like we was untouchable until that fatal day.
While Snoop Dogg was grieving, Suge Knight was sent to prison for violating his parole on the night of the shooting. But that didn't stop Suge from wanting revenge.
Love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More.
When Tupac got shot, my main concern was keeping the family together. There's no time to be weak. There's no time to feel bad or sorry for nobody except. If there's something need to be done, something need to be done.
In Compton, California, a gang war and 5-day bloodbath apparently left 3 men dead and 10 wounded.
Some of our shootings may be in retaliation for the events that happened in Las Vegas.
Police say they've had 12 shootings and an increase of violence in Compton since September 7th.
And we was right in the middle of all of that madness and the deaths and the tragedy. He didn't realize how much influence he had, but he was very influenced by it.
Snoop believed Suge had something with Tupac's death.
It was a dark alley. He was the leader. He led us. When you put all of our lives in jeopardy like that, you don't care. And that's what happened. Our lives was in jeopardy. I started to see that Death Row wasn't for me. I'm here to make good music. That's what I signed my contract to Death Row Records for, to make good music and perform and put out good albums. I didn't sign a contract to hurt nobody or make people hate me or hate people. I've been there. I've done that. So I'm going to go this route. You know what I'm saying?
After years of being at Death Row Records, Snoop Dogg has decided to jump ship to the No Limit Soldiers record label, leaving unwanted problems behind.
This did not sit well with Suge because Snoop would not take his side and Suge
All right, let's
demanded
stop right
loyalty.
there. All right, let's clear that up, y'all. Snoop was mad because his payments were getting his monthly was getting cut off. He was going to a rate where Suge was just going to pay him, like an artist supposed to have been paid, and that was mainly because our budget went from 1.5 million to 350,000, where he wasn't able to get that 50,000 a month. monthly, and then that's when all the cars and stuff like that was getting paid for. Like this, your $50,000 you pay for yourself. Snoop tries to make it seem like he jumped ship. Y'all hate that word, so I won't use it. But y'all know what I want to say. That nigga was sold like a fucking slave. But I'll use the word assignment. His contract was assigned to Priority / No Limit. So just want to clear that up. It wasn't like he jumped ship or left. And so that's an inaccuracy. All right, John, go ahead.
Because Snoop would not take his side and Suge demanded loyalty.
Either motherfuckers riding with us or they riding against us. Ain't no in between. Either you with us or against us. Those who not with us, you nothing.
It began to turn on me after that. Like it was animosity. They was bitter. You lose your biggest star. Then I started hearing, they gonna f you up. They gonna cut your hair. They gonna do this. And then he had Crips working for him that was gonna do something to me.
If it wasn't for Suge Knight, he would still be in somebody's cell making dinner, washing clothes.
Suge Knight recently said he used to be a superstar and now he's just a no-limit soldier. What do you say to that?
Nothing. He used to be a CEO, now he's just a inmate.
Thanks a lot.
While Snoop thought he was now safe, Suge was about to show that he could still get to him.
We got the Universal. I was with No Limit. We was at the show. And we sitting on the inside. Death Row guys walk up. He come in peace, smiling, shaking my hands, walk me in the corner,
Okay,
talking
stop
to
it.
me. Now the
Yeah, I heard that story before, right? I done told y'all that about 3 or 4 times where I went to him like cool and talking to him cool. And, shaking his hand, trying to say, hey, nigga, you need to apologize to Suge. And that's when I tell y'all that he could say, nigga, fuck Suge. And then that's when I told Trayvon, nigga, you better bomb on that nigga. That's the real how it happened. This is Snoop version. Y'all can listen to Snoop version, but that's the real what happened. Y'all done heard me tell this story about 5 or 6 times, I believe.
he come in peace, smiling, shaking my hands, walk me in the corner, talking to me. Now the other one's surrounding. 5 minutes later, it's about 7 of them around me. I ain't paying attention. So the soldiers then went on stage. Now I'm back here talking to these Death Row niggas by myself. So now they were like, you owe Suge apology. I'm like, Suge. Like, what? Try to take off on me. Whoa, he missed. I get out of there.
And Snoop just comes flying by.
Master P and them get the word while they on stage.
They literally ran off the stage in the middle of the performance.
And boom, boom, and everybody was like running out the gates. We run after.
A riot is happening.
I get a whiz, no cuts, no scars, no hits, no nothing. But I run right into the law. The weed in my pocket and everything. But I'm trying to save my life.
As soon as we come out the door, we got officers drawing punks in our faces and
Okay, we can stop right there. So that's kind of, what happened. Then, this is where we get the statement when the police get him, take him in for that little weed and stuff. That's when he goes and accuse Suge. When the cop asks him, hey, who killed Tupac? This probably making talk. These ain't no cops investigating no crime. These just regular cops working the event. And then that's when he goes and make the statement. The guy sitting next to him is the one that killed him. And so that's why you have that paperwork that we always put up saying that Snoop snitched on Suge and I understand why he did it, said that he was mad at the time. I guess that the cop side come out on me or the vindictive side come out on me. But you guys as gangsters that's on here, I know all you guys in Idaho and all of that said there's no snitch code. But trust me, it's Snoop code. It's snitch codes among gang members. Trust me. Go ahead, John.
Officers drawing punks in our faces and helicopter. Get on the ground.
They didn't know what Snoop was. They're screaming, where the is Snoop? Snoop, all right.
Snoop Dogg managed to escape Suge's attack, but he started to become reckless.
I was gonna make a record dissing Death Row, like Death Row. Because I just didn't give a at that time. They was coming after me, I was finna come after them. Suge Knight's a bitch and that's on my life. Shit, and I will end your if you keep talking on crap.
This was Suge's message to Snoop.
No, that was John creation, y'all. John did that, y'all. He put that on the website. That was all John right there. Well, go ahead. All right.
Death Row Records CEO Suge Knight celebrating his newfound freedom after serving 5 years for a
All right.
probation
Let's stop right
violation.
there. So that's when I picked up. That's just me and Suge in a limo. That's when I picked him up for. I don't get everybody that been stealing my footage using this, but that's me picking him up and giving him that Suge. We was about to start a company called Thugwear that we was trying to get to advertise. But that's just me and him. I'm just giving him stuff, earrings, his handcuff bracelet, watch, all type of shit that we bought. And we going to meet up with Michelle A. and Marquez and all of them at the hamburger stand. They went to the hotel for a minute. First thing a nigga want to do when they get out of prison, we just went to the hotel for a minute, met up with Michelle A. And then we went and flew in the private jet, flew back home. And then y'all gonna see where the signs that I did for him, welcoming him home and all of that, and advertising an album on the building that I owned at the time. So let's go.
Still ain't nothing changed. Death Row's back on streets, back on clubs.
You're out of jail. You're on parole. Is LA divided now between where Suge goes and where Snoop goes?
Yes, Suge goes everywhere in LA. Snoop goes nowhere in LA. He can't go nowhere without 20 people holding his hand. I look at it the way where I'm gonna respect you, you're gonna respect me. If you can't respect me, I'm gonna teach you how to respect me.
Now that Suge was out, Snoop was constantly looking over his shoulder. But something was about to make things worse.
Stop it right quick, John. Somebody asked how did that if you listened to the stream the other day, who asked about how did that Dog Pound remix come? No, I stole that from off of a CD and put it on the Dog Pound album. They wasn't with us. That was just a whole bunch of studio garbage. And then that song was hot at the time, and I just stole it off of a CD and dared Jay-Z and them to come after me about it. And they never did. We never heard anything about it. So it was all good. Go ahead, John.
Was about to make things worse.
I just got off stage and I was ready to roll back to the house. I pull up about a block and a half before I know it. 100 police pull up on me. They all drawing down with real guns. And they not playing. So they finally come over, pull me out the car.
All right, let's stop before we go into that story, John. All right, so this is a story. I'll do a segment on it, possibly. We're gonna see if John let me do it. But this is a story that goes under nobody talks about a lot. This happened in like 2007, 2008, something like that, where Snoop caught a case for guns in the house. He blames it that he had it for protection because Death Row was tripping and all of that. It had kind of died down by then. Suge was kind of done. If you want to keep it real, he didn't have nothing to homies with him no more. But this is a story that all you tough guy gangsters in there, what we said he snitched. I asked y'all, is this snitching what he did? Listen to the story, the segment. He only got probation. I don't want to give up too much of my story. But this is why Suge always had a problem. Y'all got to remember, Snoop is an ex-con, right? And so he's been convicted. He did county jail time for drugs, so he's a felon. He fought a murder case. He had been accused of brandishing a weapon at an off-duty cop. And then he catch this and only get probation? Okay. Tell me what y'all think after y'all hear this story. Is this snitching or not? I would have done the same thing. I don't claim to be gangster and all of that, but I would have done the same thing. Let me just say that. But a lot of his homeboys have a problem with this, the ones that not fucking with him right now. But y'all forgot about this case, I bet too.
Police pull up on me. They all drawing down with real guns. And they not playing. So they finally come over, pull me out the car. start talking to me and they like, well, do I know this particular guy? I'm like, nah. And they start saying, well, he knows you, and he says that he sold you this gun, that gun, that gun, and that gun. You can play dumb all you want. We have your wife and kids under arrest, and we finna run through your whole house. So either you gonna tell us what the guns are, or we gonna put your family through hell. And I had to think, my daughter is in the house, my son is in the house. Do I really want them to go through this bullshit that I'm trained for? That just doesn't bother me, but they've never seen this. So I said, you know what? If I give you a couple of guns, will you leave my house and let my wife and kids go? So I told him I have a gun here, one here, and one there. And that's the only guns I got in my house. He put the call in, let my wife and him go. And then I had to take this probation that made me fire every security that I had around me. Because everyone who had a criminal record couldn't be around me. It's a violation. So I had to fire all my security. I had no guns in my life. And wanted to kill me. So imagine that.
Snoop Dogg was again facing death, but this time he was at his most vulnerable. He now had to take a long look at how things got to this.
They broke me, man. They broke my spirit. Win my murder case, Tupac get killed, Death Row want to kill me. That's all in the same year. I don't really understand.
That was definitely not in the same year. Right, Reggie? Did I lose Reggie? Hold on. Oh, he's on mute. But I think everybody knows.
Okay, I'll say that definitely wasn't in 1996. Yeah.
No.
Definitely wasn't
96. Dre left in 96. Snoop left in 98. The beef started in 98. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. But definitely. It sounds good.
Yeah. Sounds good, but yeah. Okay, we'll resume.
That's all in the same year. I don't really understand death, and I never did. And even as a kid, my homies started dying from gangbanging, like all the time. I went to school, would play football with. It's like you don't become numb to it, but it's like it's a feeling of, okay, all right, I guess it's what it's supposed to be. And I look back at all of the rappers that was writing about death. They all dead. Our pen is what we was writing. I hope I live to see 21 and blah, blah, this and that. And I know I ain't gonna make it. And death around the corner and I'm ready to die. And that's the era we come from, to prepare ourselves for death.
Were you saying something, Reggie, or no?
I wasn't, but let me say something. Let me answer Tyrone Simmons because he calling me out. He said I said I was a gangster, but then he said that I said I would do that to protect my family. Is why I said I understand why gangsters or gang members, really gang members or gang bangers, would say that snitchy. But I said I would do the same myself. And I know why. I have done the same myself. Because I laid on the sword for not only my wife and my kid, I laid on the sword for my daddy and took credit for a lot of stuff or blame, where if I would have took a case to court, they wouldn't have been able to get me because I was using an account that was in my name. I mean, in my dad's name and not my name, and they had nothing on me. But because I didn't want my dad suffering for something I did, as much as he did, I took the blame and I laid on the sword. So that's why I said I understand what he did about the gun things. But my question was, do gang members, what would you say? Anybody with sense would know if you want your kids to go through the system for the minute and your wife to get arrested and all of that, any good attorney will get them off the case. But do you want to put them through that situation? That's all I said about ask yourself, would you do that? Or would you just go ahead and do it? We used to do that as a cop often. They used to go and raid people's houses, knowing the mama letting them sell drugs out of the house, but mama really couldn't say nothing. Mama just loving her kids or whatever, and then what they'll do is arrest the mama, have jobs and everything for what they call maintaining the place where narcotics has been sold, and cops would kidnap the mamas, take them. I called it kidnap, but it was really take them in jail for that case. And then the son usually wouldn't be there. Say, hey, come and turn yourself in. Come and give me a statement, and we'll let your mama go. And I done every gangster, every nigga in Compton did that. They very rarely left their mama in jail. So that's why I said that Tyrone gangster Simmons. What was Suge's view on Snoop pimping with the Don Juan? Yeah, that's when Snoop was snorting cocaine, y'all. He was snorting cocaine with Bishop. He was going through back then Suge didn't care. Suge was out there pimping too. If you want to keep it true, he was taking those little young girls across state lines as well. And he was snorting too. So, yeah. Okay, John.
Died. That's the era we come from. To prepare ourselves for death. And it just made me feel like my pen created this. I got a baby. I got a wife. Yeah. I got to live for. I wanted to live.
Snoop Dogg knew he had to face Suge Knight one last time.
Fly in the coop, but I need some more. My crew gonna wipe the floor.
I seen him in Vegas. I was moving around doing my thing. And I'm like, turn around. And my security, he immediately on him. Boom. Suge like, doggy dog. Man, tell this I ain't tripping, man. Tell this to kick back. I said, all right, check it out. You know where I'm at. He said, nigga, let me come holler at you. I said, let me finish with this real quick.
What was the temperature at that point between the relationship? Right, okay.
Stop right there, John. I would just say this right quick. Now Snoop Dogg making himself the Don, y'all. He fucking he the Godfather now. I can't comment on this because I wasn't around, but I just found it funny that Snoop acting like he's the fucking Godfather now on this. But go ahead, y'all.
Let me finish with this real quick.
What was the temperature at that point between the relationship?
Hot,
right, okay. Yeah.
Hot. Like I had that wanted to write. They seen him before I did.
Right.
I had to tell them, let me holler.
Right.
So this is what I do. I say, when I finish with this little woo-wop I'm with, I'm gonna have my folks come down here and tell you what room I'm in. And then when you come up to my room, there ain't gonna be nobody in there. Just me and you. About 45 minutes, I send my down, go get cuz and tell me come up. I said, matter of fact, don't even come up with him. I want him to feel comfortable. Matter of fact, give him the wrong kid. Come on in. The whole conversation is, I loved you, I could have saved you. I had nothing but love for you. And his conversation was, I love you. I ain't got nothing but love for you. Why did you try to get me pop when you love me? It's outside that wants your head right now.
Stop it right there. Stop right there. So I can, say this conversation didn't happen, but I can't answer this. Suge was not trying to kill Snoop Dogg or anything like that from 98, 97, 99. He actually, like I said, I went there in peace trying to talk to Snoop because the paperwork hadn't been done yet with No Limit and all of that. And just to tell him he needed to apologize because he was doing no diss songs, talking about Big O Sales sitting in the well telling tales, fuck Miss Knight, Mr. and Mrs. Knight. He had all little street diss songs out there that he was throwing out there. And I was just telling him, hey, you ain't gonna be talking, about Suge like that, while we out there. And so Suge was not on that trip yet. He had even after I think one or two of the No Limit albums had in our mind. I know some of you guys, definitely you guys from the South, wouldn't agree and say they were great albums, but we in our mind felt that those albums flopped. I don't really think he started doing that good again until he did the Stones with the East Siders, and he did the songs with Exhibit, Bitch Please and stuff like that. I think that's what brought him back alive. But before that, when he got back with Dre, um, a little bit did a few songs. Um, we had offered him $1 million. That's what a lot of people don't know. Had offered him $1 million and told him we'll work out things with Brian to get him back. But a couple of weeks after that, another diss song came out, and we never heard from him. So yeah, but Suge was not on that trip shit with Snoop at that point. It wasn't until then he started doing Dead Man Walking and stuff. He was just really hating on Dre at that time, during that time period.
There's an outside that wants your head right now. You know what? I forgive you. I ain't gonna do nothing to you. You can go and walk up out there and we're gonna be cool from this day forward. And we've been straight. I wasn't ready to go to war. And then I was like, that, I gotta defend my pride, but my pride would have got me killed. Sometimes you gotta be smarter than the average bear. You gotta know and understand why you're here. And looking at my family and where I wanna be and how I gotta prepare myself in order to be here. And that's what forced me to find a new path. I started writing life. So my pen became more, I'm gonna live my life. Let me have fun. Let me live a little bit. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. And then my life became that as well. I made it out barely. And so I won't give my kids a better chance to make it out by putting them in an environment where they have less to deal with. They have no gang activity. They're not worrying about getting shot at, looking over their shoulders, this and that. When I was younger, I had no respect. I just did whatever I wanted to do. But as I become a grown man, it's my job to do what's right. You have to start doing some things that matter for the future. I just feel like out of that tree, something had to fall. There's always a great family portrait in the beginning, and by the end, there's 2 or 3 key people in that family picture that's gone. But then there's some that's still there, and they keeping the legacy going on from just surviving. Just being able to be peaceful and be smart enough to say that I'm gonna leave that behind, and I'm just gonna smile a little bit and be me to make people happy, to inspire, to influence. And me personally, I love the fact that people love me and follow me. I want to be loved while I'm here. And the only way to get love is to give love.
Okay, well, that was that. So when y'all know we go live, trust me, we're gonna be putting a video similar to that up, and we're gonna be breaking it down. So, when y'all see us go live, I'm not saying we're about to end this live yet. I'm just letting y'all know when we go live, that'll be the gist of our lives in the next, few days or week, and then we're gonna see how that do, see how y'all like it, see how y'all support it. If y'all got any suggestions on the video y'all like us to break down and want Reggie's commentary, then don't hesitate to send it over to me on IG or to John, and we'll gladly oblige the community. And so yeah, I don't know what y'all think. John? Go ahead, take it. I know you usually have some good input.
I thought they put together well. And it wasn't Snoop. It was, a lot of it was the way they edited it. They had the timelines a little off, but it kind of jumped around a bit. But I thought it was they're just taking Snoop's words and putting it into a story. So, you rewrite some stuff. I can't imagine him being in a hotel room with Suge and saying, "I'm gonna let you leave. I'm not gonna do anything to you. We're cool now."
Well, that's that Godfather shit. But I believe they had that meeting, and I believe they were alone, and I believe Suge said those things to him.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling y'all, Suge's not that big bad wolf guy that's And I understand, I see things that has happened, but for people that he cool with and got love for, Suge is not that dude one on one. He may have when he have an audience, he may be a little different, but one on one, Suge is not that dude, man. I'm not saying that dude meaning he can be. I'm just saying he don't come at you like that. He don't come at you like that. And that will be my take. Jason Jocelyn said, "What's up with the Trump and Bino debate?" Oh my God! Well, the debate. If we just gonna go on a debate, if we just gonna judge him on an hour and a half debate, then the Democrat Party will have problems. But the next day, did they juice him up? Did y'all see him at the pep rally the next day? You know, my dad say he was well rested and he was just tired and overwhelmed because the next day he was a totally different man. But yeah, I'm under the belief and the hope that by at least by next week sometime by July the 5th, we'll be making an announcement that somebody like Gavin Newsom, I got it on record, and I'm hoping like hell it become true, but it won't. It won't by no means. But I had it on record that Michelle Obama, if y'all know, I did a video back in January. She'll be announcing her presidency about, I said May or June, which I'll probably be wrong on that. But somebody got to step in, y'all. If I'm keeping it real, somebody got to step in. MCK, did you see Tupac? Let me see. Did you see Tupac versus Dre on Hip Hop Universe channel? They mentioned you in the documentary. I want to know if it was accuracy. I'll be honest, I didn't see it, but me and John look it up and check it out. And if it's a good story, we definitely will put it up and review it. But I don't know of it to be honest. John, a researcher, he probably know it, but I don't know it.
Yeah, I don't know enough. I'll look it up.
Okay. Ebooks.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks for the $5 super chat. Who was Snoop scared more, Suge or Ooh, well, or his wife? It's obviously you never been married before, because we all scared of our wives. we act like we don't, but we all scared of our wives more than anybody, because that's who we're trying to impress. That's who we're trying to make happy. That's generally why we get up and go to work, is to make sure that they all good and taking care of the family. And I remember Snoop used to say something. Those niggas you talk about, yeah, you got your girl riding around that nice car. And then I remember him saying this. He said, that ain't my girl. That ain't my girl car. That's my son's car that she's driving them around in. that's my son's car. She's just driving them around in it. And so, man, that's you'll learn ultimately, man. No motherfucking kids got some type of spell on you until they get my kids' age. Then you can't stand their ass. But they got some type of spell on you until they at least 19 or 20 years old. Yeah, and so I would say his wife, but Trey D was from a different gang. He was from Insanes, and so he couldn't be scared of him like that because he supposedly had dudes from rolling 20s that would take care of that issue for him if it became an issue. That's how you think. They were from different gangs, even though they were cool. And if he was so scared of him, he wouldn't have fucked him all the money like Trey D believe he did, right? So I don't know. I don't like to try to get near Long Beach business shit. Yeah. Easy was a shit rapper. But you know what? You can say that, and some people agree if you watch the movie and see how Dr. J was saying how he was punch rapping and all of that. But he had a unique voice, and man, in 89, 90, NWA was the shit, man. They was the shit. Yeah. Reggie, who did? What up, D Ham? How you doing, man? Hope you're feeling well, brother. Respect to you, man. Yep. Goldie Loke reps Crips better than anyone. Did he? I didn't know that. I didn't know much about Goldie Loke. But I like it. I'm a fan of Eastsiders. So I like what they did during that era. Yeah, I'm a fan of Eastsiders. I That Bitch Please song that Snoop and the Exhibit did, y'all gonna get mad, but that's one of my top 10 songs, y'all. I love that hook on that song. I love that hook on that song. Yeah. So I don't know why y'all like to hate on Easy, but Easy did some groundbreaking stuff for the West Coast, y'all. Appreciate this super chat, Raphael. Cabrillo, you said being that Tupac was from New York, born in New York, and a lot of New York rappers had faster work ethics in terms of recording. Yes, he did that. Snoop and the other rappers seemed to work slow. They did comment on that a lot. Do you think that he brought the New York energy to Death Row? It could be that. I'm one to want to believe we get our work ethics and stuff from our upbringing, and so I would like to contribute that to whatever man was in his life. We know Billy wasn't. Billy wasn't the man that was in his life. We know that. Uh, but his mom or his aunt and all of them, I'd like to give them the credit for anything the kids kind of do when it comes to stuff like that. I don't think he lived on the east. Well, on the East Coast he did, but I don't think he lived in New York long enough to make that to say that was instilled in him. I think you would have to give that to maybe Baltimore or Oakland, right? If we want to take that route. But I'm one that believe, and I will argue down that most of the shit that I get that are positive usually came from my parents. Just my take. Was Bishop DJ extorting Snoop? I never heard that, E. Brooks. Never heard that before. Never heard that.
I never heard that before.
Reggie, who won the battle between Dre or Easy? Ooh, okay. Well, see, I'm one of those that I will put up to you. I'm big on this, y'all. Finances is a lot. Financial situation is a lot. But that's not my top thing in life, y'all. Now, health, love of God and being loved and getting your way into heaven is my top thing in life. I know a lot of y'all don't believe in all of that, but that's Reggie Wright, right? Okay. So that would mean health. So we're talking about health. We know Dre is still alive, so he did better with health, right? If we're talking about family, well, Eazy son loves the hell out of him. I still speak highly of him. Little E, that's about the only one we hear talking about, Dre daughter, his baby daughter, seems to love him a lot. She's the one that was going to SC or went to SC. She always seemed to be with him and around him. Suge threw a jab at him. Suge knows a lot about, especially his older kids. He knows a lot, so he can make those statements. That's one thing I can say. How would he know? Suge was dealing with Drake's older kids. Now, the kids that's with Nicole, none of us can really speak on. But he seems or appears to only have a relationship with his kids with Nicole. I don't know where she'll get that information from. It's damn near defamation. If I was Dre, I would be contacting law enforcement, his prison, or I'll be suing his ass for saying that, because that is not right. If it's not true, I don't know if y'all caught that. That was a major dig, where he said that his son died because he turned him on to his drug dealer, and his drug dealer gave him some bad drugs. Y'all just don't know how statements like that. You just don't do that without some type of evidence. That was major. And when you're saying it on podcast like that from prison, you have to prove that one to me. Correct. William Westland, that is correct. I did run into Keefe D in the parking lot at this. It's called Henry's grocery store out in Corona, California. Yeah, Suge and Left Eye had a relationship towards the end. Yes. Yes. Well, damn, Reggie, they was taking them young girls across state lines. I think you should have ate that statement, my guy. That was cold. What you mean by that? I'm sorry, Corey. Well, damn, Reggie, they was taking them young girls across state lines. I think you should have ate that statement, my guy. You saying I was lying about that? I could prove that. I can show you police documentations of that.
And he's
I can
saying you
have.
shouldn't have said it. By ate it,
I
he
shouldn't.
means you shouldn't have said it.
I should have ate it, meaning I shouldn't have said it. Okay. Um, that was documented. That's in police reports, though. Shit, he got arrested for it. They got stopped when the girl was in the car with him. But okay, he was about to get arrested for that. If Greg Kadings wouldn't have got kicked off that task force and messed up that task force, because of his, what happened on that George Lopez or George Torres case, the numero uno, Suge would have minimally been indicted for sex trafficking. They had followed us. Me and Suge one time. I had got back cool with Suge in like 2008, and he had a great relationship with the Maloof brothers. He went to college with them, and we were at the Palms Hotel, and they used to tell him, make sure y'all take care of them when they come in town because of his relationship. He went to college with them, and the person at the door, the person at the front desk told us, every time y'all come up here, they come and get y'all information and want to know who in the rooms and who's with y'all. They were following y'all around like that. So I say that to say they were on us. They were following everything that we were doing in the hotels. In 2007, 2008, 2008, 2009, they were following us around, and they were building a major case. That's something I never asked Greg Kadings about, how far they had got along on that case. But I do know that they were developing a sex trafficking case on Suge at that time. Not the Menendez brothers. I said the Maloofs. The guy that owns the Palms Hotel. Look that up, ebooks. He was in jail with one of the Melendez brothers, though, at Mule Creek. But not the Melendez brothers. The supervisor, how do you know that? Okay. Cam, let's see what Cam, okay. Well, I see Kakai sent us a super chat, so we asked that. Kakai, what's up? Appreciate you, man. Does Dre have a relationship with Marcel? Dre and Marcel, Mr. Layson? They didn't when I was around. They didn't. But I heard something. About maybe 5 or 6 or 7 years ago that he was helping Marcellus because Marcellus was trying to be in the music business, doing something. But Marcellus is a very, 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 very quiet kid and quiet young man. Almost kind of like an introvert, Don't really talk, don't really say much. Cool kid though. And I heard that they were developing and getting their relationship back, but not while he was growing up. They didn't. I can honestly say they didn't at that time. I never heard Fat Joe's Tupac stories, but Fat Joe appears to be a great storyteller. That's all I'll say. Don needs TV. I know this is something negative because I'll be checking you out. Let's see what you got to say. I thought all the gay allegations was enough for a lawsuit, right? Oh, okay. Maybe you're not saying that bad. Was Diddy and Dre smashing? You've been over there on Suge channel. Me and John will address that tomorrow. Uh, we'll address that tomorrow. Y'all just gotta remember, people get accused of allegations like that, but if you're not in the room with them, how do you really know, right? Or you was one of their victims. How do you really know? Reggie, was everyone really afraid of Buntry and not Suge? Well, you had to be afraid of Suge because he had so many guys that could move, make you move. The unfortunate bad rap about Buntry is Buntry used to pull me off of people. Trying to tell you, Buntry was a peacemaker. Now, Buntry was the type of dude that you would want to have in a club with you, where some shit jump off. He's starting to swing no big old arms. But Buntry wasn't the type of guy like some other ones that'd be like, "Come on, let's go. Let's go. We about to go handle this." Because Buntry be like the type that try to talk to you, like, "Man, come on." You know, he was smart with his side. That's how I used to always tell Suge. Man, as big as you are and the reputation that you have, you ain't never got to put your hands on nobody. All you got to say is, "All right, you going to play it like that, homie? That's how you want to play it, homie." I used to tell him that all the time. Why do you go in? You ain't got to. Niggas already is going to be fearful because of your history, your reputation. But that never sunk into him. I saw a 499 super chat from somebody. Okay, there it is. Raven 120. Why doesn't the MGM release more Orlando Anderson leaving the MGM Keefe D? Do you think it's because they're waiting for the trial? Well, I believe Vegas PD has it. Y'all y'all got big mouth people like Reggie Wright Jr. and all these people on YouTube telling stuff, and y'all think active cops don't leak information like that. The only reason we know as much as we did, y'all hate the guy that did it, but the only reason we know as much about that Vegas the Tupac trial and the Biggie thing is because of who? Fucking Greg Cadies. That's why cops hate him. He gave y'all the play-by-play of everything that happened from what he had. Was that right? That's the only reason we know all of that stuff. If Brent Brecker or one of them would have started doing stuff like that from Vegas, maybe we would have stuff like that. The autopsy report, the autopsy photo and all of that. That ain't leaked on the internet. That shit was taken second-handed from a Polaroid camera released by Kathy Scott from a neighbor from a little contact she had in there. So my point is, we don't know what footage that they have at the MGM. They're not going to release all of that until the trial, if they become a trial. So I always find that funny. Be like, "Oh, why you only got this much?" Do y'all know where that footage came from that was at the MGM? David Kenner leaked that footage. That's what David Kenner got in the discovery. He didn't leak it. He played it at the trial. And that's how they got on the internet. That's the only reason that footage got on the internet. Is because it was used in the defense of Suge. Okay. And that's all that David Kenner, they leaked in the trial. Y'all don't know because a lot of y'all young. It was this TV show called Court TV. Well, y'all know about it because y'all got this company called Law and Crime or whatever now. Just like, they doing with the YSL case. Y'all don't know. Suge probation case was on Court TV every day, just like the OJ trial or all those trials. Well, OJ trial was actually on ABC. But it was this company, Nancy Gray. Y'all remember Nancy Gray and Johnny Cochran had a show called Court TV. And they used to run all the cases that was going on that was popular. They showed that whole show of Suge on TV. So that's why stuff like that got leaked, y'all. Why did Wack fall out with Suge? They had dealings together. But, Suge started talking bad about Wack. And then Wack heard a conversation. But I think even before he heard that conversation, they were already jabbing at each other. So, Yeah. Wack was promising Suge that he was going to get him bailed out or get some money for attorney. And deals kept falling through. Wack position is that Suge was going behind his back, trying to deal with the attorneys and deal with the people directly and trying to cut him out. Suge version is Wack was moving too slow and it wasn't coming through. So that's what happened with them. Unknown Raider guy. Okay. Reggie, could it be true that Diddy could he be the mystery person wiring Wack? No. It ain't no mystery person wiring Wack no money. Everybody that got taken for him being called the middleman because the courts just asked him, "Are you a middleman?" He asked him about 4 or 5 things. Wack, he probably transferred money from. He transferred some money from another account, but Wack's defense is, "Hey, the Bank of America account is just one of my accounts, one of many of my accounts, and I transferred it in from another one of my accounts." And so, y'all got to remember he got control over Blueface accounts. Blueface in jail, right? He got control over Game accounts. Game got a $10 million judgment waiting for some money to go in the account under his name. Y'all got to remember shit like that. So, White got control over money. And they go overseas and do shows. And so they make decent money. Reggie, who would win a fight? Biggie or Buntry? Talking about Biggie from the mall. Biggie was a little younger. I think he had a lot of respect for Wack, but they both big old strong motherfuckers. So probably at the time, Biggie is bigger and stronger now, so it's hard to say. But Biggie was a little younger, in Buntry heyday. And me, I always go with ages. IRS probably going to look into Wack. Hopefully they doing it right. That's all I can say. So the fallout wasn't due to Henchman or the game. With who? No. Sound bites. Okay, what happened to Mopreme? There's so many stories. I thought he was blind. Maybe he's the type of blind like Munchie B, where he can see a little bit. Because if you look at him on Art the Dialogue show, if you look at him when he was at the sidewalk thing at the Hall of Fame, he was weak. He was, you could tell he needed guidance and all of that when they were helping him kneel down. But when he was on the Art the Dialogue show, now Art the Dialogue have a lot of patience with you. Him and his cameraman are great. They do a great job with the cameras and all of that. So he could have been patient with him. Y'all don't know when Joel was on that show, they were stopping every 5 minutes, for her to get on the breathing treatment. They have a lot of patience over there. They very professional over there. And so I'm saying that to say they could have made Mopreme look a lot better. But when I looked at Mopreme on the Art the Dialogue show, I was like, okay, this don't appear to be a guy that's blind. So I don't know. Reggie, what's your favorite Biggie Small song? One More Chance? Going back to I love that one on Fucking You Tonight with him and R. Kelly. I used to love that song. Reggie, was there any significance to the 3 fingerprints on the back of the Machiavelli? Ooh, that would have to be a John cover question. I can't remember shit like that. John.
There's no significance. They had the Big and the Puffy and Dre thing, and Papa G said we're not releasing it with this. Took it out, and they're like, "What are we gonna do with this blank space?" So he put his hand in black paint and then slapped it on a piece of paper and said, "Use this." So there's literally zero significance with it.
And it wasn't Papa G. Papa G bullshitting y'all when saying that. Interscope wouldn't put that shit out like that. It wasn't Papa G that said that. I know he probably took credit in the interview, but the Interscope wouldn't do it. But we put it inside the booklet. I think it wasn't inside the booklet.
No. No, I never
They
came
didn't put
out.
the pig
No.
with the pig and
Booklet
the.
had nothing but the credits, nothing else.
Oh, okay. I always thought it was put somewhere. I seen it, or maybe I just saw the markup. Huh? I seen the album with the piggy and the ballerina on the back somewhere.
Yeah, it's on the internet where people photoshopped it on and all that.
Oh, that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Browns retirement community close to Cleveland. Okay. No, it wasn't inside the booklet. Okay. All right. I thought it was. Okay, but John said no, and you said no. Where's Sugar and Snoop on coke in the '90s? No, I don't believe they were. I don't believe. I know Suge wasn't. Even though there's an arrest of Suge at Leary Parker's in like 91, 92, he used a fake name, his uncle name. For him getting arrested with a gun and some cocaine in his glove department. But I really believe that was just for some sales or something. I don't believe it was. I never known Suge to use cocaine back then. Reggie, do you have any stories in East LA? No, no, no. Just scared of you Mexicans over there. One of my good friends, that was my cop friends, Eddie Aguirre, he was big over there. He ran the gang. You know, a LA sheriff over in that area. Well, I think he in homicide now. But he worked gangs, OSS, and East LA, Eddie Aguirre, if you ever ran across him. Reggie, why didn't Suge make DJ Quick the head producer of Death Row after Dre left? No disrespect to Daz, but you know, DJ Quick wasn't around then because he didn't go to the Bahamas with us. I think DJ Quick and they had started to kind of fall out. DJ Quick didn't do that. Did he go do? See, he would have did House of Blues. So no, did he do the House of Blues, John? No,
No.
no. So Quick would have Quick. Yeah, it must have been something going on. Big Jake was really an advocate of Quick's. Maybe Profile that started back fucking with him tough or something like that. No, he was really messing with Danny Boy and Jewel. Suge looked at him as an R&B producer. But then they brought Meech in. See, he would have did toss it up if he was around. There was something to that. There's something to that. Hey, Google, show backyard camera. Somebody trying to sneak up on me? Let me see. Hey, Google, stop. Hey, Google, show backyard camera. Must be an animal or something running back there.
Sure. Streaming the backyard camera.
I don't know. Well, the camera giving me alerts like somebody in my backyard. I check on you niggas coming to get me. They called him old knots. Reggie, who did the cover? What did Tupac mean when he said Puffy getting robbed like a trick against all odds? Okay. John, what you think? I just think, guys in the area, I don't know though.
Yeah. Some extortion thing or something in the area.
Yeah, something going. Yeah. Did E40 ever visit y'all at the Row? It was something up to that. Cause 40 wasn't around. He didn't come, but he was at a video shoot. Wasn't he at one of our video shoots? Wasn't he in one of our videos, John?
Yes, he was in the California Love remix.
Yeah, the remix. Okay, so that would have been January. That was like January the 5th, January the 6th of 1996. So yeah, that's it. Just they were doing their own thing. Yeah. These you two ass are okay. They interrupting you down. Man, Gene Deal ain't back there. You can come down. I ain't worried about Gene Deal though. Gene Deal walk about as bad as I do. I was worried about loose cannon. No. I ain't worried about the. I be worried about, man. We got big old coyotes and shit be running around here. I was making sure there wasn't no animal in the backyard. To be honest, yeah. And J Deal and I don't have no beef like that, y'all. Trust me. Reggie, was it any true that some of Eazy-E and his folks were dining at Cheesecake Factory? They saw Suge and tried to confront Suge, and his. I never heard that story. I never heard that story. Would you ever be on Suge podcast? I don't think so. Not no time soon. I always said something bad gonna have to happen in one of our lives for us to reach out to each other. Unfortunately, one of our parents probably have to pass away or something. Yo, Reggie, I seen you on the old cops documentary. Yeah, y'all asked that. Me and John gonna have to do a subject on that. We get asked that about in every episode about that with the tortilla flats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did Pac ever get pressed for hanging out with the mob? No. Who plays San Andreas? The cop. I don't know anything about that. We're based on Crash Unit. Yeah, I don't know about that. Suge heard you on my. Yeah, Reggie, do you ever see Dre fight at Death Row? No. That was funny in that show. He beat up one of the mob dudes, and the mob dude just stuck around and won't let him do it. That was funny. Huh? This Suge reach out while you in the hospital. No, John said he wrote him, but I didn't hear anything. No. F1 racing. Those cars are expensive to mortgage. Yeah. Thanks for answering the questions, Red. I think this is dope. Appreciate you saying that. Appreciate those super chats you sent us, MCK. Um, did Pac go to Compton? Yeah, Pac. There's some pictures. Uh, John got a picture he can get for you. I'll probably right quick and post up where they were at Arian's birthday party. There's a picture with Kenya, Suge, and Sharitha, and Arian and Dad's baby daughter, Amani. They were at Arian's birthday party at Suge's mother house, mother and father house, and they took a picture there. Reggie is Suge, a big liar. Jay, he's vindictive, and what's the word? He exaggerates, or I don't know. A big liar. I guess you can say that. It's depending on the subject, though. See, that's what I always tell y'all. And John pointed that out to me earlier, where he said, "Well, how do you know when you're telling the truth? You know, if you say you're telling the truth about this story, just like with me and Frank, where I say, well, he's lying about this, but he's telling the truth about that." Or, when I call people, well, they telling the truth about this, but this is a lie. You be like, well, you just called him a liar. So I always said, and y'all never believe me when I say this, but I'm big on not saying everything somebody says a lie. I think you lie about things or something like that, but I never would say everything is a lie. Yeah, I hope, yeah. I know that's kind of, backwards or double standard or double talking, but I don't believe everything is a lie. Was the original, okay, Raven 120 sent a super chat. Thank you for that super chat. Said Raven said, was the original art cover of Machiavelli a picture of Biggie on the cross? No, that was Tupac on the cross. There is no interviews of the doctors that were taking care of Tupac's dead. Yeah, well, everybody ain't like Reggie Wright and not everybody that want to do interviews. Doctors make money. They don't. Doctors be like, I'm trying to save people's lives. I'm not talking about that. But there's some interviews of doctors talking about him being in the hospital and his condition, sir. But you're right. There's no interviews of them saying, "Oh, this happened, and this happened." Everybody don't. They're not like ex cops or ex security guards and all of that. That's running their mouth on YouTube. Yeah. But Shit, they probably dead, most of them now. I gotta remember, this shit is 30 years ago. Well, it's not 30. I'm getting like y'all. 27 years ago, coming up on 28 years. 28 years. Yeah, Luce Davis, those were some bad days when the eeriness of this feeling of him laying up there fighting for his life and then later dying. Those were some eerie, very eerie, weird days. A bad feeling. James King Super, thanks for the super chat. Let's see, what's hypothetically happened if Suge, I guess you say should, went back to Compton House and walked down the street? Yeah, people in the hood don't have no problem with Suge like that. No, ain't nobody tripping on Suge. Suge ain't no buster, ain't no punk. You know, niggas may have a conversation and be like, "Oh, you did me this way or did that way, or this won't come around." But it'd be more niggas, glad to see him than not glad to see him. No, Suge ain't no buster. No. I'll catch it on the replay. Appreciate you saying that, Mark, Jack. Hope I answered your question. But thanks for tuning in the amount of time you did. Northern East Ohio, okay, respect. Appreciate you, Ivan Hernandez, for all the kind things you've been saying. Joshua Hernandez, John told me y'all to keep it at 2 hours, so we're gonna get off in like 4 minutes. So if Suge, I know you meant Suge though. Had Ice Cube, and thanks for the additional super chat. Had Ice Cube and Suge ever had? Matter of fact, I tell you, in the gangster, I did some business with Ice Cube for Suge. Well, number one, we saw each other. I remember in Miami at Luke's Club in the '95 Super Bowl, and they were hanging out a little bit, talking stuff. He had his wife with him at Luke's Club we went to. But more importantly, Ice Cube needed some studio one time, and he called Canal, and Suge had me arrange for him to do some work at the studio, and then the business with Friday, the soundtrack Friday, ring ding dong, ring ding ding dong. That song, you remember that was on the soundtrack, one of the main songs on that particular in that movie. And so Suge, of course, had to license all that and give permission, to Ice Cube and his production company to use that. The song Natural Born Killers. So yeah, there was a lot of on Murder Was the Case. So there was a lot of business between Suge and Cube. And then he did also do some bitch shit to to Cube. Y'all remember the group Caution? Suge wanted to control them because they were blowing up. Y'all know Caution. That's our boy Gonzo now. And he took and signed them and gave them some type of management deal and took them and started managing Caution, or having Sharita manage Caution, and signed them to Nightlife Management. And so, yeah. So, yeah. Give me money in stacks and lace my blatches, my bitches with dime figures. Okay. E-money bags was the best. He used to visit Park. Okay. So Reggie knew about the sex trafficking, and I was going with Suge at that time. This was, I said, 2007, 2008. If you know anything about me and Suge history, you know me and Suge were just around each other at that end for some bullshit. But I'd never been in a car with him when he was taking young girls across state line or being with those young girls. But that was mainly when he was hanging with those guys from different lanes. And if you know about any of those dudes from different lanes, you would understand what was going on, because they all think they pimps over there, pretty much from different lanes. I'm not, well, they are pimps. I'll just say that. But that's what their main hustle is over in that area, because they right near Figueroa. But you have to know about LA to know what I'm talking about. Why did Busta Rhymes say Pac had a daughter? Oh, I never heard that story before. But Yeah, Buster Rhymes. Have y'all seen Buster? Russell Rhymes got me up here taking shots now, y'all. He got me taking Ozempic. Did y'all see all that weight that Buster Rhymes lost? God damn. Reggie, at the 1996 Soul Train Awards, did Pac and Biggie get in each other's face? Not close enough. It wasn't that close. Think of the length of maybe 2 cars, a car and a half, maybe about 2 cars. So what is a car? I know the front from the door to the front hood of a police car. I used to always testify 6 feet, so about 18 feet away from each other. Yeah, about 18. Reggie, was you there to fight on the golf course? No. Well, one of my security, White Boy Dave, was with Nate Dogg at that event. Him and Nate Dogg were the ones doing that. Buster Rhymes didn't put out that Pac this big did. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Thanks for clearing that up. Okay. Why was he hanging with Denver Lanes? Yeah, we all answer that question. Some of the mob dudes wasn't fucking with him no more. Thanks for clearing that up. Okay, John, you still there? Oh, John. Okay, if you're ready to wrap it up, tell me when to go. We had 2 hours, so
Okay, we're at 2
I
hours.
can go as long as you want, but let me know.
Okay.
I'll give you my word. So you just tell me.
Okay.
Talk about OFTB. OFTB. I got a dude that's calling me from prison now lately. Matter of fact, he managed Snoopy's Badass. I got to get him on the phone one day and do an interview with him because he want me to do it. He's a real cool dude. He's telling me that Flipside from OFTV is the reason that he's doing 35 years in prison right now. He's got life in prison behind something that Flipside told. Low is cool. Y'all see him on Street TV. Arthur Dialogue did an interview with him. He beat me out of some money towards the end about when Flipside got killed. So I'm not too happy with Low, but Low was always cool. And then Bus Stop. Man, Bus Stop doing good for himself. Bus Stop got away from all this stuff, went doing something in the medical field, went to school, got like some type of technician. He's like some type of medical tech. Somebody that read material or something, doing something good in the medical field. And just got away from all this bullshit. That's operations from the bottom. That's OFTV. John helped them a lot in their later career. Helped them put out some music on the internet and stuff. And so I know they all have a lot of love for John as well. You talked to the realist. I talked to the realist earlier today, to be honest. Talked to the realist earlier today. Me and the realist talk at least once or twice a week. Do you think Little Al will ever do an interview? I could get an interview with him. Me and him was talking a lot over the phone and then through Spider Loc, but I haven't really talked to Spider Loc lately. Spider Loc seems like he got a little attitude with me right now, so it's all good. It's all love still. But I'll reach out to his other boy, who he really kind of told me to deal with anyway, from the South Side, and try to do. I just didn't want to when dudes up for appeals and stuff like that on their cases. I don't like interviewing because I don't want. Number one, I don't want none of our interviews when they'll come and raid and coming in John house asking for footage and shit. But two, and more importantly, I don't want to be them to accidentally say something and be the reason that their case, because I keep telling y'all, judges and attorneys and all of them always just want a reason for something to go away. And I don't want to be the cause of that happening to Lil Al. But me and Lil Al have a great relationship, real cool. My dad talked to his mom at least once or twice a month just to check in on her. And he's really kind of like family. So that's what's up with Lil Al. John, did I answer that $5 super chat that's up there? I don't know if I did. And I just want to make sure I don't want to miss somebody.
There's a couple we missed, yeah.
Did? Okay.
Did you get this last one?
Yeah, I got that last one.
Okay, there was one before that. Let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah, that's the one I think I missed. Stay humble. I think
Why
I
do
missed to
you
say
think
humble.
they haven't been able to resolve their problems?
Why? I said, why do you think Dre and Suge jealousy, Jimmy Iovine? That could be an easy fix between both of them. Only thing Dre had to do was be like, "Hey, Suge, what you need, dog?" I mean, money that he just fucked off somewhere could probably fix that relationship. What you need, dog? You know, you got to remember when you think you helped somebody and got them. You see how he just said he helped him get money for his first house. All he wanted was a house, and this and here. When you do stuff like that for people, you know, yeah, I know y'all be like, well, he made him hundreds of millions of dollars, left him a company, but you people people feel like when I'm down, the people that I love and respect and all of that is the people that help me when I'm down, not when I was doing good, not when we making money together when we both okay, but when a nigga just reach out and say, "Here, dog, here, I know you got to be doing bad," or "It's your birthday," or "It's this," and just throw you something, you feel they can hurt you when they don't, when they feel like you need it and they don't reach out and reach back. And I really believe that if Dre just be like, "Hey, you know what, I'm not saying he should or have to, but that shit'll go away so quick."
After all
Y'all
the
see
stuff
how?
Suge put Dre through, I don't think Dre should ever.
Well, you shouldn't have to, but you know that's just shit that go happen. But he asks, "How could it be fixed?"
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
who are we not to be able to forgive people? Who are we?
that's true.
God forgives us. If I get on my knees right now and say, "God, please forgive me," and I mean it from my heart for calling every gay person a homosexual and all of that, if I can really say that out of my heart, and he really believe I believe that, which he know if I said that right now, I'll be a motherfucking lie, and so he won't forgive me. But if I really got on my, if my son walked in here right now and said, "I'm a homosexual," and I'd be like, "Damn, I gotta start loving a homosexual. I gotta love," and I said, "God, change my heart and make me," you know, I really believe that he would do that. But yeah, I don't know. That's
Someone
just my
got to say, can you talk about the lip dog kidnapping?
um. Well, what happened was some shit that went down in the neighborhood between the bunny hunters and the looters mob dudes, and and they did some, and one of their guys took a L, and they went and was looking for guys uh from the mob of looters area, found him, took him, and was driving him around in a van, making them point out where everybody lived because they were probably going to do something to those people or something like that. And somehow somebody got word to Reggie Sr., and Reggie Sr. made a call over there to that neighborhood, and he reached apparently a shot caller or somebody in the know, and told him where they better have him dropped off at and let him go, and they did. Yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, we got another one that says, why did Suge say Jimmy Iovine had him sent to prison? Thanks for all that you do, and thanks for taking the time to give us your insight.
Okay. There was a guy. Okay, yeah, I remember I told y'all that Suge moved into this place called the Malibu Colony. It's a real rich, exclusive area in Malibu. I mean, it's like gated. Him and Tupac had a spot in there. Bugsby, what? Not Bugsby. What's that dude name? The dude, I think he played Bugsby. He played in that.
Warren something.
Warren Beatty. Warren Beatty. Warren Beatty lived in there. Larry, that's when Suge and Warren Beatty got real close. They were about to do big things together. He was loving them. He was amazed with Suge, which we found out later he loved black folks because you remember he did that show with Baps and all of that with Holly Berry and now. But Warren Beatty was loving black people. He was amazed by Suge, and Suge used to be out there lifting weights on the sand, lifting no. I mean, he was just like no white folks hadn't seen a nigga like that. And then Tupac, who was a star, he was living right down the street, had a spot right down the street. And Tom, he hated him. Larry Hagman. That's why they always say Larry Hagman is a racist. But he hated those niggas in there. But anyway, so they had this nice spots in Malibu Colony, in the colony. And there was this guy that was a writer. No, not well. Chuck Phillips was the writer on the case, but it was a guy that kept complaining. And Suge, for some reason, believed that he was Jimmy. He was connected to Jimmy Iovine and them, and was real cool with Jimmy Iovine and them. But this guy kept writing so Chuck Phillips kept getting the calls, and that's why it was always funny to me when people were saying, RJ and Michael Carlin, all them say that Chuck Phillips was on his on Suge and David Kenner's payroll and all that, which was some bullshit. So this guy kept reporting to Chuck Phillips how Suge was living in this house that was owned by who? The Longo. Was wrong by who, which turned to find out was the DA on Suge's probation case. He was the DA, and that her daughter was signed to Death Row label, Gina Longo. She was signed to the label, and so they feel Suge always feel who would know this? Who would know this other than when it's Chuck Phillips? I mean, when it's Jimmy Iovine friends that's calling to make the complaints, and how would anybody know about Longo? And Gina Longo being signed to the label and all of that is why he feel that's why he got brought in, for the probation violation. Because originally they brought him in just for a dirty test, they accused. Suge was smoking cigars, y'all know that back then. Suge was not smoking weed. And so we was trying to prove that if he had a dirty test, which we didn't believe, if he had a dirty test, he got his second hand. I mean, Suge used to smoke weed back in, but before he got but while he was on probation, he wasn't doing that. That's when he got introduced to the cigars, the Cuban cigars, and they gave him the same effect. And so, make a long story short, he feels that way because he felt that Jimmy gave that guy the heads up to have him put in jail. And yeah. And so that's how all that shit, that's how all that shit blew up. Reggie, how did Juvenile connect with you guys? I wasn't around when Juvenile came to Death Row. So I can't honestly say who brought him around during that time period. I was over at American Music at that time. Is there a chance he smoked Pac ashes? No, Shiv did not. He wasn't even at that memorial. He didn't even go and deliver those ashes to the mother. Quite frankly, no. You know what? To this day, I believe it was my boy, because they kept calling. I remember they kept calling. I believe it was my boy James Green delivered the ashes to the mother. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I know James Green was the one that I gave the ashes to that brought him back to L.A. But whether James Green, I would bet my life that James Green took the ashes straight to the mother house, to the penthouse. But I'm not 100% sure of that, but I know Suge wasn't the one that took him there. So Suge wasn't there for that ceremony. You say you got 3 Cubans? Are they Monte Cristos or what? They say those are the best. You can go to any good smoke shop, in out here, especially in California. Trust me, they have Cubans in their store for their special people. I have never been. Me and Shig used to go to this cigar store in New York, right across the street from the Four Seasons Hotel. over there on 57th Street. This guy, and he used to always take us in the back room and give shit. You know, they won't sell it to you. They would make you buy a whole bunch of stuff in their store, and then they see you buy a whole bunch of stuff in their store. They'll take you in the back room and give you. Because is this illegal to give you Cuban cigars? I mean, to sell you Cuban cigars. For some reason, it's not illegal to possess them. And so they'll just give it to you after they've seen you spend so much money. So if you go to a good cigar store and spend enough money, trust me, you'll be able to get a good Cuban. Or Shig used to always have me buy him and ship him the Monte Cristos, cigar. So those must be a good one, because that's what I used to always ship him when he was in prison. That's why somebody said earlier that I bet you Shig felt good to smoke those cigars. He was smoking them the whole time. He probably was then because he wasn't smoking them in the feds. But when he was at Mule Creek and definitely at Mule Creek, he was smoking them. Shit, I was doing so many packages. I did probably about 5 packages a week. This me and one and his main one, well, his second girlfriend. That's all our jobs was pretty much, was to make sure she had enough stuff in the packages to mail out. And she used to, yeah, he used to always have some nice 13s, K-Swiss, white OG, original classic K-Swiss, and his Monte Cristos. And then he'll let the dudes, whoever package was, get whatever they wanted. But all he wanted, because if y'all don't know, back then, only thing you used to can do was have 30 pounds. I mean, if you had 30 pounds and 1 ounce, they would send that motherfucker back. So you better not have over 30 pounds in your box, and they used to let you get them. Yeah. Reggie, how do you feel about Gavin Gay Newsom? Gavin Gay Newsom. I think he would be a good choice, but I think it's too late in the game. If I was a Democrat advisor, I would kind of pull the plug on albino monies. Just try to make a decent run, but I'll be dumping money into every Democrat senator race and Congress race in America right now. Over half his budget from the Democratic committee would now be going to every person that running against a Republican for Congress, and every senator that's in a race, especially any close races. I will be putting all my money into there, and so we can at least control the Senate and the Congress. I know a lot of y'all don't know about political science, but y'all got to know y'all talking to a nigga that did go to college. So I know I might be talking too deep for a lot of y'all, so that's why I don't talk about that. But those that know about politics know that that would be a strategy move right now. Then you can control the House and the Senate, and then the president. The only thing he can do is veto your shit. Yeah. A real is a tape. Okay, Reggie, you ran into Will Smith. No. I never had no run-ins with Will Smith. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. I'm sorry. Me and Michelet went to a Martin's. It wasn't the Martin show. Or was it the Martin show? Might have been the Martin show. We went to at the Bar One of a rap party. It wasn't Will's show, so it definitely wasn't Fresh Prince. I think it was Martin's show, their final season, because she was real tight with Tashina Arnold, and I went with her, and that's when Montel Jordan. That's when I told she was flirting with Montel Jordan. Then they got her beat up in the prison, but but yeah, and he was at that party, and I saw him there, but never, didn't have no really major interactions with him. I actually a fan of Will Smith, even though I don't like what. I guess I would have liked it if he would have let me go with Jada. I mean, you know what? To be honest, Jada has never been attracted to me like that. I don't see the attraction to Jada Smith. I look at her as a cool homegirl. Yeah, but anyway. Reggie, were you and Michelet ever involved? No. No. I thought she was into me, And it took my boy Bunchy to pull my coattail and be like, nigga, nigga, you crazy. You stupid. The reason why Suge got you hanging out with her, because that's his bitch. I remember Bunchy laughed at me so hard. She used to come in my room, taking her shoes off when we was on the road and shit. I was like, oh. He said, nigga, that's Simon woman. Oh, that was funny. I remember that. What was the beef between Tyron and Suge? Yeah. Tyron is cool now. I ain't gonna talk about Pine. Yeah. Martin Lawrence the real. Yeah. I like Martin. Martin was the shit. That show was the shit back in the day. I know y'all watching it a lot on BET, but y'all just don't know. On Sunday nights, that was the show to run home to watch on Sunday nights because we didn't have all of this tape, and you used to have to have a VHS tape recorder to tape shit. We didn't have what y'all called it, TiVo. TiVo. We didn't have TiVo and all of that shit. Yeah. Jada was bad in Woo. Yeah, she did look good in that. But I never. She was just always too small. Especially, she looked manly to me. The way she walked and something. Yeah, Daz was a good lyrics. Did he ever write for Drake? Hell no. He's just a good beat. I don't even think Daz wrote for Daz. I really think Corrupt wrote all of that stuff, y'all. But Daz was a beat maker, so it's very, very rarely that you have a great beat maker, and a great producer. John, tell me who a great I think Kanye. Who's a great beat maker and a great producer? I mean, I'm sorry, a great rapper. DJ Quick. DJ Quick is one.
Yeah.
It's not too
Daz
many,
did
huh?
write for a bunch of stuff for Snoop, though. Daz did write a lot of Dogfather stuff.
You believe that?
Well, I have the reference tracks of them.
Okay.
So, well, I guess I should say that. Let me rephrase that. Maybe he didn't write it, but he at least recorded reference tracks for Snoop.
Yeah.
I think Daz was one of the better rappers and producers combo.
They said J. Cole. They said J. Cole do his own beats and rap. It's not too many. I know Kanye do. It's not too many. Let's see who else.
Dre, but he doesn't write anything.
No, he don't write. He don't write nothing.
Yes, like
They say Eric Sermon. What about Eric Sermon? They say Eric Sermon. They say Rakim, Q-Tip. Okay. Yeah. If they all do that, do Scarface do he do beats? Yeah.
Not that I know of.
Or who did the Ghetto Boy beats? We know Manny Fresh did most of Cash Money's, and he didn't really do too much rapping. Jazzy, but Jazzy just talked. Jermaine Dupri. You might can get Jermaine. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Manny Fresh. Yeah. Did JD write his own music?
Jermaine Dupri? I doubt it. Maybe.
Hutch. I'm sorry, Hutch. Yeah. Hutch. Okay. Okay. So but Quick would probably be the first one that comes to my mind that does both. But then a lot of people will say, "Nigga, G Warren did that." I know y'all. I'm surprised y'all didn't say Warren G. But but I would say Warren G didn't write his stuff. I really believe Snoop and Corrupt and RBX wrote a lot of Warren G stuff. RZA might be a good one. Yeah. Okay. Well, Big Boy. Yeah. I don't know if Big Boy do beats though. Yeah, that's something we don't know about too much. Big Pimp C. Eminem ain't did no beats. Eminem, that's Dre do all this big beats. But yeah, I think Quick and Eric Sermon. Eric B, if we give him, I don't even think Eric B wrote anything. Eric B didn't even really rap on. He let Rakim do all this. Yeah. Now y'all naming anybody. Y'all naming niggas I ain't never heard of. Diamond D. Yeah. All right, y'all. So we definitely we're going to 2 minutes and 30 minutes. So we about to wrap it up. Definitely Swiss Beats. But did Swiss Beats do any? Did he do any rapping? Now y'all naming good producers. Did he do any rapping? Did Dallas Austin? Did he sing on anything? I don't remember Dallas Austin. Now y'all naming good producers. Jay Dilla could get RB Aaron Hall. That might be somebody. What's that boy name? Teddy Riley might be in that fact. Teddy Riley might could do that. I didn't think about Teddy Riley. Yeah. But yeah, Q-Tip, okay. Mr. Mike. Oh, Mr. Mike or Big Mike? So Beaks had an album in '07. Okay. Tell me the name of it right quick. Tell me the name of a song right now that was on the radio that hit. Just because you did it don't mean you're good. If we gonna do that, we'll say Das. We'll say Das. We none of us said Das. Oh, Pharrell. Pharrell did. Well, he just sung on Hooks, huh? And then what was Pharrell? Did Pharrell do any rapping? Yeah, I like that song. John, why you ain't interacting with me? It's kind of crazy talking to myself. All right.
I'm exhausted.
Okay. All right. Well, I told you
Whatever
to
you
let me
say
know when
when
you're
it gets
ready
2
to go.
hours goes over.
Well, I told you to
Because you
tell
like
me when.
interacting with them, so I'm letting you.
Well, I said to cut it off whenever you're ready.
I can't just say, "Hey, all right, we're cutting it off."
No, yes you can. Yeah, but cool. All right, y'all. Well, all right. I'll see what I got to deal with Mr. John. John get mad at me and stop talking to me. So,
I'm not talking to you. I'm just letting you answer questions.
but I was in there. I was asking you questions.
What'd you ask?
I forgot now.
Exactly. You asked what a good producer rapper combos were, and
That was a long time ago.
that was like 1
All
minute.
right.
Okay.
All right. All right, y'all. So appreciate y'all for coming in and hanging out with us on this Saturday morning. I'm about to go watch some more episodes of Love Island. See these little young kids fall in love with each other, and we'll be taping some more episodes next week. And y'all got any good suggestions? Put it in the comment section of this video of some topics y'all like for me and John to cover, because we got until tomorrow. Y'all got until tomorrow because we're gonna do some taping tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So appreciate all of y'all for coming in.
Yeah.
Yep. What up, Danny? Appreciate you, man. Yep. All right, y'all. Peace.